Top 10 most powerful manhwa characters who can destroy anyone in seconds. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today, we are going to be talking about the top 10 most powerful manhwa characters who can destroy anyone in seconds. If you are a fan of manhwa, then you know that it's filled with some of the most amazing and powerful characters in all of fiction. From superhuman strength and speed to elemental powers and advanced technology, these characters have it all. But who are the most powerful of them all? Well, that's what we are going to be discussing today. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to see some of the most awe-inspiring badass characters in manhwa history. So, let's get started. Starting off with our number 10, Solo Leveling. This action fantasy manhwa takes place in a world where dungeons are taking over and our main character Sun Jin Woo start off as a weakling E rank. But after being mysteriously saved from a near-death experience during one of his dungeon raids, he gains an army and becomes ridiculously overpowered. And let me tell you, he's not just a typical overpowered character. This series had me hooked in all different levels, and I am not usually a fan of these types of stories. But the character development was on point, the story was amazing, and the art? Don't even get me started on the art. The way the angles and different ways of creating visualizations were done was beyond perfect. It felt like I was there witnessing everything firsthand. And let's not forget about the details. They were amazing. Overall, this series was just mind-blowing. At the ending, it left me wondering about the different paths Sun Jin Woo will choose to take. I will definitely be reading this series over and over again. Number 9. Doombreaker. The story centers around an MC who was the last surviving human against the demon god, but unfortunately dies in the final battle. But wait, there is a twist. He regresses due to the god's will to see a new ending. The story is well crafted with a smooth flow to the narrative, and unlike other manhwas where only the MC seems capable of basic thinking, the characters in Doombreaker are intelligent and even doubtful of the MC who seems to have more information than others as they should. The MC is smart, fairly OP, and has the guts to spill the beans that he is a regressor. Well, to only a handful of people, and his journey to attain necessary strength and allies is thrilling. But let's not forget about the female MC. She's beautiful, smart, and powerful. She's definitely one of the best waifus I have seen in a while. The art in Doombreaker is superbly done with sharpening detailing. And what's even better is that the males actually look like males and females look like females. It's so refreshing to see a manhwa that doesn't follow the cliche of having an effeminate MC. Overall, Doombreaker is a fantastic manhwa with well-developed characters, a great story, and an amazing art. Number 8. Legend of the Northern Blade. Are you ready for some action-packed martial arts revenge story? If so, The Legend of the Northern Blade is a manhwa you don't want to miss. It follows the story of a character who's been mistreated his whole life after his dad was killed and his sect was destroyed. But don't let that fool you, because he's secretly been training and getting stronger. And now, he's on a mission to get revenge on those who wronged him and his family. What's interesting about this manhwa is how well it's executed. You'll feel the character's frustration as he hides his true strength to avoid being killed, and how he deals with mistreatment from guards and other martial artists. But despite all that, you will find yourself rooting for him to come out on top. But that's not all. He's also rebuilding his dad's old sect and even has his own disciple who is promised to fight alongside him in the future. It's building up an epic showdown with him leading his own group of friends against the world. If you're a fan of martial arts novels, then this is definitely one to check out. Get ready for some intense action and a thrilling ride. Number 7. Barbarian Quest. Barbarian Quest is a manhwa that breaks away from the norm and offers a fresh take on storytelling. This isn't your average manhwa with predictable plot twists. It's a mature and character-driven story that touches upon heavy topics like faith, morality, and death. It's like a psychological roller coaster that takes you deep into the main character's mind. The characters in the story act realistically and are driven by strong motivations. Even the ones without a purpose drift through life like you would expect in real life. The occasional outlandish character doesn't detract from the realism that the story offers. What sets Barbarian Quest apart is the art style that uses real-life pictures with a realistic color palette. The artwork is stunning and ties the story together beautifully. I highly recommend Barbarian Quest to anyone who's looking for something gritty, thought-provoking, and unique. It's a breath of fresh air that offers a mature perspective on storytelling. Give it a try and experience something different. Number 6. The Heavenly Demon Can't Live a Normal Life. Have you ever heard of a manhwa called The Heavenly Demon Can't Live a Normal Life? Well, let me tell you, it's a great one. It's an isekai done right. No wasting time or bullcrap. Just an MC who gets things done. The story follows a Murim dude who gets transported into a Western-style fantasy realm, and he's not to be messed with. He is ruthless and decisive, and it's so satisfying watching him interact with others because he's always in charge. Plus, the fact that he's a demon leader makes it even cooler. The setting is also interesting because he has a clear goal: world domination. From there, you can just imagine the amount of adventure we are in for. But there is one big problem that's gotten quite annoying. The author's way of telling the story is through constant flashbacks. It happens every 5 chapters or so, which can be a bit too much. But hey, at least the story is good, so it's bearable. If you are looking for an MC who is somewhat OP and a story that's full of action and adventure, then The Heavenly Demon Can't Live a Normal Life is definitely worth checking out. Moving on to our number 5, Sleeping Rancor. The main character Lee Hyun-sung is a total sleep addict. He spends all his time in Idea, the hottest online game around, where he has managed to complete a whopping 10,000 hours of sleep. But wait, it's not just sleep that he's into. He's also an overpowered player with a secret legendary class and unique skills. And the best part, he can fight in his sleep. As he slowly climbs up the ranks, everyone from the developers to other players starts to take notice of this odd rookie. But will Hyun-sung eventually become the top ranker in Idea? Or is it all just a dream that's too good to be true? Although the story is a little generic, it's filled with drama and enough twists and turns to keep you hooked. The art is simply amazing, especially during the fighting scenes. And while the characters may seem a little generic, it's still a must-read for all VR MMO fans out there. Number 4. I Grow Stronger by Eating. Let me tell you, this MC is the evilest and most ruthless character I've ever seen. And it's hilarious. He's OP, unrivaled by everyone, and is fantastic. The story pacing is excellent and the plot itself is engaging, making it a must-read. The story follows our MC, Pet Shop, who can consume anything and use the living organism's body and limbs to morph into and use their skills. Trust me, it may sound strange, but it's amazing and badass. The characters are all great, even the annoying insect characters who end up getting killed by the MC. The artwork is consistently fantastic, from the character designs to the expressions and action scenes. It's a pleasure to read. Overall, I Grow Stronger by Eating is a fantastic read. Number 3. Return of the Frozen Player. Picture this. You are frozen for 25 years, and when you finally wake up, you find out there are 9 new floors to clear. 9. I can barely get through one level of Candy Crush. Our hero, Seo Junho, along with his gang, sacrifice themselves to defeat the Frost Queen, only to wake up and realize they have so much more to do. The twist? No secret power or awakening here. Junho just has a full-on skill and some magic on his side. No biggie. This manhwa is not just about leveling up, but about the journey and the struggles Junho faces along the way. Will he be able to clear the next floor and save his friends? We'll have to wait and see. So grab your popcorn and get ready to join Junho on his adventure. This one is definitely worth the read. And if you're impatient like me, you can always check out the novel too. Number 2. Worn and Torn Newbie. Get ready to level up your reading game with the hilarious and action-packed manhwa, Worn and Torn Newbie. The story follows Lee Yeo-jin, a former failed gamer who is reborn as a newbie in the world of the game. With the knowledge of his past mistakes, Yeo-jin is determined to become the best player in the game as the hotshot, old-timer. He is slaying monsters, collecting awesome loot, and raking in the cash. But with the enemies both old and new, will Yeo-jin be able to conquer the game, or will he suffer the same fate as before? This manga may start out like a typical isekai story, but trust me, it's anything but ordinary. The main character's wit and strategy will have you laughing and rooting for him at every turn. And with likable characters and top-notch artwork, you won't be able to put it down. And finally, number 1. The Constellation That Returned from Hell. This manhwa follows Yeon Seung Choi, the first human to become a Celestial. But he's not your typical overpowered hero. He's not just climbing the ranks and getting stronger, but he's also training in the abbeys to stop other Celestials from swallowing the Earth whole. What's even better is that the author does an amazing job at world building and character introductions. You won't get overwhelmed with the number of characters in this story. And the players ranked from weak to S-class are all unique, making it all the more interesting. So if you are tired of some old weak to strong climb story and want something that diverges from the norm, then the Constellation That Returned from Hell is definitely for you. Trust me, you won't regret reading this manhwa. Well, thanks for watching our top 10 most powerful manhwa characters who can destroy anyone in seconds video. We hope you enjoyed seeing some of the most insanely powerful characters in the manhwa world and how they can crush their opponents with ease. We know there are plenty of other powerful characters out there, so feel free to let us know your favorites in the comment sections below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Happy reading!